mission of this agency is best summed up by a saying which is printed over the top of the elevator on our main campus, and that is making the most of what you have. And that truly is our mission here at Community Resources, and that is to develop everyone individually to make the very most of the abilities that they possess. And I think we do that quite successfully here at Community Resources. We are a very diversified organization that provides everything from residential programming to supported work. We even have our own affirmative businesses here that do quite well. As a matter of fact, our specialties business, which is an imprinting business doing silk screening and other imprinting, did over $1 million in sales last year, and the workforce are our consumers here at Community Resources. We're very proud of what we do. We also start with a very special preschool for preschoolers with special needs, and we go right through to very special community residences for senior citizens. The economy has affected us all tremendously. Community Resources was in a major growth mode over the past few years, developing residential opportunities that are so desperately needed here. And that has all come, frankly, to a screeching halt. New development has pretty much been totally stymied with the economy. We have to be more creative than ever. This agency has not stopped developing programs, although we're doing it in a much slower manner these days because funding has been so tremendously cut across the board. Government funding, and our agency is primarily funded by the government, from city, state, and federal government, mostly by Medicaid. We are seeing drastic reductions in reimbursement. To date, this agency has suffered nearly $1.5 million worth of cuts to our existing programs, and we do anticipate more cuts or efficiencies, as they're referred to by our government sources, in the future. We have to be more careful than ever to make the very most of the funding we have, and to make the very most of our staff, and to be as lean and mean as we can possibly be. I believe Community Resources always lived within their means, and we were pretty ready for this downturn. We all saw it coming in this business. We were pretty much well warned about it, but still it comes as a shock when you get the letters saying that the programs will be cut, and it's disturbing. But again, we're rising to the occasion here at Community Resources, and I have no doubt that we will survive quite nicely over the next few years. Well, the internet and social media is affecting us all, and we all have to be a lot smarter about it these days. Everything from employment advertising is absolutely essential now that we advertise on the internet. An agency like ours that has nearly 500 employees absolutely depends to continue to replenish our staff through the internet. Advertising for our affirmative businesses and getting the word out about our various special events and the agency itself. It's absolutely necessary for us to look good and to be in the proper markets. Well, as much as we planned for it, the drastic cuts that we've received came a little more heavy-handed than we expected, or at least I expected them to be. It's disappointing where some of the cuts are coming. They're coming in what may be conceived by some as non-essential programming, but in areas like recreation, which are so desperately needed by folks with special needs, are being cut first, and that's a shame. So we're all trying again to do the very most we can with dwindling funding. But there again, we're going to be creative. Our staff and directors are rising to the occasion to do just that. Well, 2012, and I personally have a mind that we have not seen the worst of the cuts, and our hope is to continue growth, albeit slower growth than we've seen in the past, but to continue to grow in our programs and services for people with special needs. So just to sum it up, I hope we can continue to do more and to do better in the coming year. We're very fortunate in this field, and I'm very fortunate as an executive director to be the head of a wonderful agency with a fine group of people, and I'm one of those lucky guys that enjoys coming to work every day.